got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine.
Happy 2022. Today we're going to be talking about the literal ultimate guide, every single thing you need to do, everything I do every year to just manifest and goal set and just create the most perfect year and achieve all of your dreams this year, which I'm so excited for. So we're going to be making vision boards. We're going to be talking about goal setting and intentions and journaling and how I manifested all this amazing stuff last year, so you know you can actually do it too. So every year I make a new vision board and I like to make a video showing you guys me making it. So this is my vision board from 2021. I had a ton of different goals and different stuff on here, which I showed you guys when I made the video about it. But this helped me really visualize and achieve some big things. Like my biggest thing I did this year was transfer to my dream school, which is UNC. I got to work with some brands I've been wanting to work with for forever, signed a lease on my dream apartment, and so many more other things. So I'm very excited to have some more dreams on my vision board for 2022. So now that I've shown you guys my vision board from last year, it's time to make our 2022 vision board. First of all, you're going to go onto Pinterest and find the images that represent your intentions or your goals for the year. And they don't have to directly relate to the goal. You just have to personally know what it stands for. So if you had a picture of the ocean, that could mean that you really want to go on a trip to Hawaii, or it could mean that you really want to get your scuba diving license. It doesn't have to make sense to other people as long as you know what each specific image stands for. So the first thing you're going to need to do for your vision board is find your images. Like I said, I use Pinterest. I think it's the easiest and there's some really beautiful pictures on there. But you can use anything you like. So I downloaded these from Pinterest and I ordered them with Amazon Photos, which was so easy. If you guys have a Prime subscription, you literally just go on your Amazon and order these. They were so cheap, so it's very affordable. I highly suggest checking that out. And if you guys don't have a Prime student membership, I have a link down below, because if you're a college student, you need it. Like I said, these are from Pinterest, and here's just an overview of all the different photos. Oh, they're so pretty. I haven't looked at them yet. Then you're gonna need tape or glue or something to attach them with, some scissors obviously, and then something to use as the base. Usually I would use poster board, but I'm a broke college student who forgot to buy poster board, so I'm gonna use this old cracker box. So to start working on my 2022 vision board, I'm going to kind of sort all of the images, and I think it's important to have different types of images to really create the best vision board that you can. So I personally like to choose some that represent more general goals, and some really specific ones like items that I want to attract into my life or anything specific like that. And then one of my favorites is finding a couple important quotes that can really serve as a theme for the year, and then I like to make sure I add the quotes last so that they're very visible and not obstructed by the rest of the images. And just for some context, if you guys don't really know what a vision board is, it's basically just a visualization tool made out of a collage of images that represent things that you want to attract into your life or goals you have for the new year, to really serve as a reminder, just visually remind you of what you want your life to look like and the different things that you're working towards. So this is just what works best for me, and I think that vision boards can be incredibly powerful if you remember to use them as a reminder to work towards your goals, and don't just use them as you make it and then expect something to magically happen. So I think that's definitely something to keep in mind, that it's more of a tool to remind you to go after the things that you want and all of your dreams for the new year. But I absolutely love vision boards, and I think they have made such a huge impact in my life. In terms of how you actually make it, there's no wrong way in my opinion. I like to lay out the images and plan where I want to put them onto the board, and then I like to kind of layer and cut out different shapes and make it more visually interesting, but do whatever you like and make it your own.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. La da la da da la da da. La da 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 dee da da la da 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 la da da.
Okay, so now we have made our beautiful vision board. You can actually see I put it on my door because then I will see it without fail every single day, which I thought was a pretty good idea. But now it is time for the more like traditional New Year's thing, which is writing down your goals. And I'm actually going to tell you guys why I personally think that you shouldn't make goals and what you should do instead, except in like specific cases. So that was confusing, but here's why you actually shouldn't make New Year's goals. I have been making like New Year's resolutions and New Year's goals and all that stuff for like actual years. Last year I went through this phase of like really reading a ton of like self-help books and self-improvement books, and I just thought they were really inspiring and got really into them, and I read a ton of books about manifestation because it's something that really interests me. And obviously I'm not an expert in any sense, but one of the big takeaways that I got from reading all those different books and learning all that stuff was the idea of setting intentions, not goals. And I know those sound really similar, but the big difference is that a goal is usually something that's like really hyper specific. It could be really numbers based, like I want to hit 1 million subscribers this year. And I think that those are really great to have, and I don't think you should throw them away completely. But when I moved to making intentions instead of making goals, I saw huge improvement. So an intention for those examples that I use would be like, I am going to create content that I love and that inspires me and that really represents me as a person. Probably sounds really different from the I want 1 million subscribers one, but the thing is, like with the intention, it's setting a pathway for you to do something that you enjoy doing to eventually arrive at that goal. Like you're not going to get 1 million subscribers by just sitting here and wishing that you had 1 million. You're going to get 1 million by really creating content that you love that's authentic to yourself and doing that consistently. And you're probably not going to get 1 million in a year or 2 years or whatever, but it will happen eventually if you keep doing that. So that's kind of the idea of the intention. I just wrote down some of my 2022 intentions, and I think these are ones that are pretty simple and broad that you guys might want to use for your year. So I'm going to share what my intentions are, and if you're doing this too, I would suggest writing down a list of intentions and then going through each of them and then using those to think of specific goals. And then throughout the year, just keep reminding yourself that even if you don't achieve a super specific goal, you're still working towards that intention, so it's still like a successful like progress towards what you want, if that makes sense. So for example, one of my first intentions is to go out in nature and move my body more. So this is a great one. I definitely want to work on that. But if I was to make goals out of this, I could say I want to go on like one of those TikTok like hot girl walks every morning at 9 a.m. for 15 minutes. But if you were doing it, maybe you were like, oh, every weekend I want to go to the park with my best friend. So you can like have so much freedom in this and still be working towards your intention. The next intention is to have social media free time throughout the week, to prioritize living, not just working. This is something I'm trying really hard to do. So for me, this probably will mean like a goal of like not working on the weekends or doing some kind of scheduled thing or trying one new thing or going one new place every week or something like that. Nourish my body with good food, create a safe and happy space. So for me, a goal within this intention is moving into a new apartment, and I'm so excited about that. I'm actually going to be subleasing this summer and then moving into a different apartment in the fall. So a lot of new space I can really make my own, and very excited about that. Find more peace in every day. Inspire more people to do what they love. So those are really general, but I think this can be a good kicking off point, and I will put all these intentions down below in the description box if you want to just copy and paste them. Another thing I do every year is make a digital vision board, and this might seem redundant because I made the actual physical one, but personally I love having both versions, so you can do one or the other depending on what works for you. But one of the reasons I love this so much is because I look at my home screen and my phone screen literally constantly throughout the day, so I'm always seeing my vision board. It's also a lot easier, like you don't need supplies to create it, you can just make it for free online, and I just think they're really beautiful and I love making one every year. So for this, I know shockingly I got all of my images from Pinterest. They are mostly the same as the ones that I actually printed for the physical vision board, and I just downloaded some of my favorite images from a collection of 2022 like inspiration that I made on this mood board. I used the free website Canva to make the actual desktop wallpaper, and I also made a TikTok tutorial. You guys should definitely follow me on TikTok if you want to see that or any other fun stuff, but I will leave a link down below to download this specific wallpaper if you guys want to twin with me and we can have matching vision board desktops. I really hope that this helped you, inspired you, gave you some ideas, and yeah, just take those little steps, like make that vision board, do it online, do it digitally, make a collage, start journaling, just do a little bit of something today and you will be amazed at how far that can take you. But if you make a vision board or you're watching this video right now, take a picture and tag me, because I want to see, and I want to see your Instagram stories, and I want to see your vision boards so that I can copy your goals for the new year, because you guys have really good ideas. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting off